Have you ever had a dream that felt charged? A dream that stirred emotions you couldn't quite explain, maybe sensual, intimate, or even a little unsettling. You wake up heart racing, a memory lingering in the edges of your mind. Was it just fantasy, or something deeper trying to reach you? Carl Jung, the great psychologist of the soul, believed that every dream is a message from the unconscious mind. Secret language of symbols, whispering truths we often ignore while awake. And among the most powerful forces shaping those messages is sexual energy, not just physical desire, but the very life force that fuels creativity, love, and transformation. Jung saw sexual dreams not as taboos to suppress, but as keys to understanding the hidden parts of ourselves. They are windows into the soul, showing where energy flows freely and where it's trapped. In the mysterious world of dreams, symbols become alive, water becomes emotion. Fire becomes passion. The stranger you meet becomes a mirror of your own hidden self. Today we journey into the depths of Jung's dream theory, exploring what your dreams might reveal about your sexual energy, your shadow, and your path to wholeness. From forbidden fantasies to sacred symbols, from the language of archetypes to the healing power of awareness, this is a journey through the hidden landscapes of your mind. Welcome to Traumora, the unconscious mind. Deep within every human being lies a hidden landscape, a place beyond thought and reason. Carl Jung called it the unconscious, but for Jung, this wasn't just a mental archive of forgotten memories. It was alive, a realm filled with symbols, instincts, and ancient wisdom, constantly speaking in the language of images and emotions. Every night, when you dream, this hidden world opens its gates. It communicates through fragments, a familiar face, a strange place, a feeling you can't name. To Jung, these weren't random illusions. They were messages, shaped by the deepest layers of your mind. He divided the unconscious into two great dimensions. The personal unconscious, which carries your unique experiences, your joys, fears, and the memories you've buried, and beneath it, the collective unconscious, the shared psychic ocean that connects all of humanity. Here live the archetypes, timeless patterns of human experience. The mother, the shadow, the lover, the hero. Each dream you have draws from both worlds, the personal and the collective, weaving a story that's uniquely yours, yet profoundly universal. Libido beyond sex. Freud believed that at the center of human motivation was sexual desires in a force he called libido, but Jung saw something larger, something more mysterious. He agreed that libido was powerful, but he redefined it. To Jung, libido is psychic energy itself, the vital life force that fuels not only sexual desire, but also creativity, imagination, and spiritual longing. It is the energy behind a poem, a painting, a prayer, and a kiss. Sexual energy, in Jung's view, is symbolic. It represents the raw power of transformation, the urge to connect, to merge opposites, to give birth to something new. When you dream of intimacy, you may not be dreaming of physical union at all. You may be dreaming of the union between your conscious self and your unconscious depths. Jung saw this energy as sacred, not dirty, not shameful, but creative. When repressed, it twists into anxiety or obsession. When embraced, it becomes the spark of evolution, the fuel that moves you toward wholeness. The role of dreams, Jung said, are not meaningless. They are the nightly conversation between your conscious mind and the unconscious. Each image, no matter how strange, seeks to restore balance inside you. When your waking life drifts too far from your instincts, when desire is denied, when emotions are ignored, the unconscious compensates through dream imagery. Often that compensation appears through sexual symbols, passion, union, or forbidden attraction. These images aren't calls to physical action, they're calls to awareness. They tell you that a part of you has been forgotten. To Jung, the purpose of a dream was healing, the psyche's natural way of seeking harmony. Listening to your dreams, you listen to the wisdom of your inner world, and by understanding their symbols, you begin the journey toward your true self. Symbols of sexual energy in dreams. 2.1 The language of symbols. Dreams speak in symbols, and Jung believed that symbols never lie. They may hide the truth behind images and metaphors, but the message is always honest, especially when it comes to sexual energy. The unconscious uses symbols that reach beyond the physical body into emotion, instinct, and transformation. Water often appears when your emotional or sexual energy needs to flow. Calm water reflects openness. Turbulent water reflects tension, desire, or emotional overwhelm. Fire symbolizes passion, the rising heat of libido, the spark of attraction, and the flames of transformation. Fire can destroy or purify. Animals show the instinctual side of sexuality: desire, fear, hunger, or primal attraction. Houses and rooms represent the body. Hidden rooms or basements reflect hidden desires or forgotten parts of yourself. And vehicles show how much control you have over your creative or sexual energy. Driving confidently means balance. Losing control means inner conflict. 2.2 Common sexual dream motifs. Some dreams carry very clear emotional signals. Dreams of falling in love or kissing point to your desire for connection, intimacy, or emotional wholeness. Dreams of nudity reveal vulnerability, the wish to be seen as you truly are, or the fear of being exposed. In chasing dreams, desire and fear collide. If you're chased, you may be avoiding intimacy. If you're the one chasing, you're pursuing connection you don't feel safe admitting. Transformation dreams, like flying after intimacy, show that sexual energy is turning into creative or spiritual power. And forbidden or taboo dreams often confront the shadow, the parts of yourself you deny, hide, or refuse to accept. 2.3 The shadow and sexuality. The shadow, Jung said, contains everything you avoid facing: your fears, impulses, and unspoken desires. Sexual dreams often reveal these shadow aspects with raw honesty, not to shame you, but to help you grow. Jung wrote, "One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. When you understand the symbols of your sexual dreams, you begin the process of transforming darkness into awareness." Have you ever dreamed of a mysterious man or woman, someone you've never met in your waking life, yet they feel strangely familiar? According to Carl Jung, these figures aren't random. They are living symbols of your own inner world. Jung believed that within every man lives an unconscious feminine energy called the Anima, and within every woman lives an unconscious masculine energy called the Animus. That these inner figures appear in dreams when your psyche is trying to teach you something about your emotional balance, your hidden strengths, and the parts of yourself you haven't yet embraced. 3.1 The Anima and Animus archetypes. For Jung, sexual or romantic dreams aren't simply about physical desire. They're symbolic stories about your inner evolution. If you're a man and you dream of a woman you don't recognize, she may represent your anima, your emotional, intuitive, creative side that seeks expression. She may appear gentle or chaotic, inviting or distant, reflecting how connected you are to your inner emotional world. If you're a woman and you dream of an unknown man, that dream figure may represent your animus, your inner strength, confidence, logic, and assertiveness. His behavior in the dream reflects your relationship with your own power. These encounters are not about romance. They're about inner harmony. 3.2 Dream examples. A man dreaming of a mysterious woman guiding him through a forest may be a dream of emotional awakening. She is showing him the path to intuition, compassion, and creativity. A woman dreaming of a strong, silent man leading her through a storm may symbolize the Animus, helping her step into clarity, courage, and decision-making. These figures appear when you are ready for psychological growth. 3.3 Sexual energy as integration. For Jung, sexual energy is not only physical, it is symbolic of the life force that drives creativity, transformation, and self-realization. When the anima and animus appear in dreams, they often carry a sensual or intimate tone, not because the dream is about sex, but because union represents wholeness, this merging of opposites, masculine and feminine, logic and emotion, conscious and unconscious, marks a step toward individuation, the process of becoming your complete, authentic self. Sexual dreams, therefore, may be messages from your unconscious, urging you to integrate the parts of your personality you've ignored, feared, or suppressed. They are not fantasies, they are invitations to become whole. Sexual dreams aren't always about desire. Sometimes they're warnings, signals from your unconscious mind trying to bring your attention back to yourself, signs you're ignoring your energy. When a sexual dream repeats, intensifies, or shows emotional tension, Jung believed it often means something deeper is being ignored. You may be suppressing strong emotions, neglecting your creative life, or struggling with an inner conflict between what you want and what you believe you should want. The unconscious doesn't use lectures. It uses symbols. So when sexual dreams become consistent, the psyche is ringing an alarm bell. Something inside you needs expression, interpreting with awareness. To understand these dreams, Jung suggested focusing not on the sexual act itself, but on the emotional atmosphere. Ask yourself, what did I feel? Fear, longing, connection, shame, curiosity? Who appeared? A real person, a stranger, or an archetypal figure? Which symbols repeated? Water, darkness, flight, doors, or light? These elements reveal the true meaning. Sex in dreams is rarely literal. It's about merging with a part of yourself or confronting a part you've avoided. Jung's therapeutic approach. In therapy, Jung encouraged people to speak with dream figures through active imagination, a conscious dialogue with the unconscious. He believed sexual dreams were not sources of guilt, but opportunities for integration. They point toward healing, creativity, and wholeness, never sin, shame, or moral failure. In Jung's view, every sexual dream is an invitation to meet yourself more honestly and reclaim your inner power. Sexual energy isn't just a psychological force, it's a spiritual one. Across human history, cultures have used sexual symbolism to describe the birth of the universe, the unity of opposites, and the journey toward inner transformation. Universal archetypes. Long before psychology existed, ancient traditions used sacred union as a metaphor for cosmic balance. In Hindu philosophy, the union of Shiva and Shakti symbolizes consciousness merging with energy, a dance that creates existence itself. In Chinese philosophy, yin and yang represent the eternal interplay of feminine and masculine forces, darkness and light, intuition and logic. Even in Abrahamic traditions, the story of Adam and Eve mirrors the tension and harmony between opposites, the search for unity and the consequences of imbalance. These are not stories about physical intimacy, they are mythic expressions of the same inner dynamics Jung explored, the merging of the conscious and the unconscious, the masculine and feminine within, the self with the shadow. For Jung, these cultural symbols were proof of the collective unconscious, the shared human memory that speaks through myths, dreams, and archetypes. Alchemy and transformation. Alchemy, often misunderstood as primitive chemistry, was actually a symbolic science of the soul. Its greatest symbol was the sacred marriage, the union of the sun, masculine, and the moon, feminine. This union created the philosopher's stone, a metaphor for inner perfection, spiritual rebirth, and psychological wholeness. Jung believed sexual dreams often reenact this ancient alchemical process. When two figures unite in a dream, it may symbolize the integration of your fragmented self, your strengths, your wounds, your hidden desires. Sexual union in dreams becomes a symbol of spiritual transformation, the moment when your inner opposites finally come into harmony. This is not just psychology, it is the ancient language of the soul. Your dreams are not random. They are messages, mirrors, and maps. And when those dreams carry sexual energy, Jung believed they are guiding you toward transformation, not temptation. So how do you work with these powerful symbols? Keep a dream journal. The first step is simple. Write everything down. As soon as you wake up, record the dream, the emotions, the symbols, the sensations, the atmosphere. Often sexual dreams feel intense or vivid because the unconscious is trying to get your attention. Over days, weeks, and months, patterns emerge. Recurring symbols, recurring figures, recurring emotions. These patterns reveal your psychological evolution. Dream journal becomes a map of your inner world, and over time, You'll begin to see how your dreams speak to you in their own symbolic language. Meditation and active imagination. Jung taught a powerful technique called active imagination. Sit in silence. Close your eyes. Re-enter the dream in your mind. Visualize the figure that appeared, the partner, the energy, the symbols, and ask it, what do you represent? Why have you appeared? Don't force the answer. Let it arise naturally. This practice transforms unconscious imagery into conscious understanding, turning mystery into clarity. Channel the energy creatively. Sexual dreams carry raw psychic energy. Jung believed this energy can be redirected into something higher. Art, writing, movement, spiritual practice, meaningful connection. When you express this energy creatively, it becomes fuel for transformation, not repression. Your dreams are not trying to shame you. They are trying to guide you toward wholeness. Listen closely, because your unconscious is always speaking. Sexual dreams may seem mysterious, confusing, or even uncomfortable. But in today's world, Jung's insights are more relevant than ever. We live in a time where people feel disconnected from themselves, overwhelmed by expectations, roles, and constant noise. Dreams become the one place where the unconscious still speaks freely, and sexual dreams especially arrive with powerful emotional truth, modern psychology, and sexual energy. In modern therapy, Jung's ideas continue to shape the way we understand dreams, and desire psychologists now recognize sexual energy as a form of emotional intelligence, a signal of your capacity for intimacy, creativity, passion, and authenticity. It's not just about physical desire. It's about your ability to connect, your hunger for meaning, your longing for emotional expression, and your need for inner alignment. Many dream analysts still use Jung's symbolic approach, helping people decode the deeper layers beneath the imagery. What part of yourself is trying to be acknowledged? Which emotion is trying to rise? What energy in your life is demanding movement? In this way, sexual dreams become tools, not taboos, reclaiming the power within. At its core, Jung's message was simple. Your dreams are trying to return you to yourself. Interpreting your sexual dreams is not about guilt, purity, or moral rules. It is about reclaiming the energies within you that have been silenced, your desires, your instincts, your creativity, your emotional truth. When you understand these dreams, you reclaim personal authority. You stop running from your shadow. You stop denying parts of your inner world, and you begin the journey towards psychological wholeness. Jung's legacy reminds us that sexual dreams are not a problem. They are a compass, pointing you toward who you could become. Our dreams speak in symbols, not to shame us, but to awaken us. Every image, every emotion, every mysterious encounter is a message from the deepest part of you. Jung taught that sexuality is not just an urge, it's the heartbeat of your soul's evolution. So the next time a dream stirs something powerful within you, don't push it away. Listen, because your dreams are trying to show you who you truly are.